You know, it's hard out here for a pimp when trying to get the money for the rent. With the Cadillacs and gas money spent, got a whole lot of bitches jumping ship.
Okay. Now, Shook, I got an idea how this should go.
Is it hustle and flow or flow and hustle nowadays? We're going to figure this out, y'all. Welcome to episode 1 of Shit, That's Just Life podcast with your sister, Cecile. And while I have your attention, I want to give an insider on who I am. Just give you a little bit of what I currently do for work and or a living as well, and where I was born and raised. So first things first, which is who I am. I am Cecile. You can find me on Instagram at made by CECIL _. Cecile. I am Cecile. I am a young 26, educated, bright, very high-spirited, I am joyful person. I'm always in good spirits. It's very rare that I am in a bad spirit. Also, a little bit more about me, what I currently do for a living. I am a fashion designer, also a federal government worker, also a drowning civilian. So you can go ahead and add me to the list. Also, something I would like to share is where I am from. I am born and raised from Kansas City, Missouri. Go Chiefs, go Mahomes. You really been working hard. So, born and raised from Kansas City, Missouri. Moved to Dallas, Texas at the age of 23. I am currently at the age of 26, but I moved here at 23, right when COVID slowed down, but my mother had just passed away. So that was partial reason for leaving Kansas City. My major reason for leaving Kansas City at a young age with no one but myself and my bags and my car was because I wanted to become a better fashion designer, considering that I taught myself how to hand sew, and then later bought a machine, watched YouTube videos, and taught myself how to use that sewing machine. I was like, baby, I need a teacher. Baby, if I gotta keep guiding myself through life, I might pass out. Not saying I'm gonna ever quit, but I might pass out on a ride. But no, truly, it didn't really hit me till I started teaching myself how to sew, that it was like, dang girl, you might be teaching yourself a lot of things now that your mom has passed away. So, and I honestly already have known that since, considering it's been a total of 5 to 6 years. She passed away in 2019, and I moved like 2 years later from Kansas City. And with that realization, baby, I'm really learning how I have to learn how to become excellent, because this is something I asked for God. I was like, God, please make me excellent. So I'm learning how to become excellent without my parent, and it is a journey that I am moving into nervously but yet confidently. So I really don't mind going through life by myself, as long as I continue to pray. We are good on my end, and I can see and smell BS from a mile away. So that's just a little something about me, a little intro there. But just to kind of switch up the mood, let's get to the good stuff, okay? So I am going to let you guys hear some really good interviews I've had and not really interviews. I'm just going to say great conversations I've had with my Uber drivers. I've gotten to really get to know the great civilians of the world. Okay? Good taxpayers. Okay? So just getting to know everybody. I've had questions prepared for everyone just because the state of mind frame I'm at as of today, just as a 26-year-old growing black human being. It's just a lot going on. Then it's the political world. It's just a lot, you know? Shit, that's just life, you guys. Let's get to the good stuff, though. I'm going to let you guys hear these interviews. I'm excited. I am so excited about playing these interviews for you all. I am going to start here soon. And I just want to get some feedback. If you got questions for me, if you want to answer some of these questions, please subscribe, tap in, comment, reach out to your gal. Because I will be giving my feedback once I let you guys hear the interviews, okay? So it's time to start. Okay. With life right at the moment. Right. Today is Friday. What is it? 10:27 a.m. I am recording. We're live. So this is just audio for my podcast. Shit, that's just life. I have some questions to ask you, but just to get a little insider on who you are, can I get a date of birth and where you're from?
Well, I was born in 1966.
Okay.
I was born in Groves, Texas, which is down by Beaumont.
Okay, Groves, Texas.
Yes. But I went to elementary school and junior high in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay, Colorado Springs, Colorado.
And my family all moved here when I was 14 years old to the Dallas area.
Okay.
And that was in 1980, so I've been here 44 years.
Okay. So, that's interesting. You have a journey already.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have some questions here just to get a little insider here to get to know you.
Okay.
A little bit, just to get to know you and your mindset of where, just off of observing where we are in life at the moment, politically, financially, you know.
Right.
How would you describe your future in 3 words, just based off now?
Up in the air. How about that?
Up in the air.
Yes.
Okay. That literally is 3. Up in the air. Okay, I can live with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, how would you plan for a life-threatening disaster? And I'm talking about with this climate we have now, you know how and it's something we knew was coming. Like Florida knew the hurricane was coming.
Right.
But also, we have highways. So keep in mind, it's a possibility that you can get stuck on a highway.
Right.
When trying to get away. How would you truly, in this day and age, I've always asked myself, how does one truly prepare for a life-threatening disaster?
I mean, I don't think there's any one way you can prepare, except for if you know what's going to happen, kind of like the people in Florida knew a hurricane was going to come. If they thought they were in the path or there was enough danger, then to get away from that as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully, if you live in Florida, you have a plan and have some equipment to board up your windows or whatever you need to do.
Yeah. But how would you say this is the best way to prepare out here in Dallas for a life-threatening situation, considering we're in Texas?
Right. Well, that's good, because obviously we're not going to have a hurricane.
Right.
Could have some tornadoes. You have to be careful about that. And you just have to, if it looks like there's a tornado that's about to hit you, try to get somewhere safe inside a bathtub or, something like that.
Okay.
Or somewhere as safe as you possibly can.
But a bathtub, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's good. Mattress on top of you or something.
Oh, okay. Mattress on top of me. Okay. That's good to know, because I needed to know what to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question here. What's the craziest thing you've heard? And second part question to that, once you figure out what's the craziest thing you heard,
Yeah.
second part is there anything that will surprise you anymore as of today? Is there anything that surprises you anymore?
Okay. Well, trying to think of the craziest thing I've ever heard is really difficult because there's so many crazy things all the time, right?
Yeah.
And what was the second question? I'll try to figure it out for you.
Think of that first one. The second one is there anything that surprises you anymore?
No.
In this day and age,
Not
no?
really, no.
Okay, no.
No.
Okay.
We all get shocked daily by something we wouldn't have thought of yesterday.
Yeah, but it doesn't surprise you.
Right.
Oh, wow. See, because I'm 26, so much surprises me.
Right.
But it's like I meet different people, and some people are just very much, not surprised at all. Shocked, maybe, but
Right.
even then, they're like, I could have foreseen that coming.
Right.
Gosh.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nothing shocks you anymore. Okay, nothing surprises you. Okay. But you still feel a shock, but no full-blown surprise.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard now. But
But,
I've been hearing new crazy things for so long, it's actually just part of, I guess, life.
Oh, yeah, shit, that's just life.
Yes.
That's just like the name of my podcast.
Yes.
Shit, that's just life.
Boom.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, okay, there's another question here I would like to ask here for the record.
Okay.
Okay. And that's just to get it on because I asked you this one earlier. But this is be the second to the last question.
Okay.
The first question is, if you could go back in time to your younger self,
Yes.
what advice would you give the younger you?
Two things. All right. One, when you get into relationships, before you decide to lock in on a relationship long term or marriage or anything like that,
Yeah.
you got to make sure it's with the right person.
Okay.
It's going to treat you right, and you need to be at the right place in your mind and life before you make that decision, because it's easy to fall in love or have feelings and want to lock somebody down or be locked down. But oftentimes it makes you rush into something, and then later, years later, decades later, you realize, wow, this was actually pretty bad. I could have done so many different things.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. So
All
younger
right.
you would just kind of be like, relax and kind of, what's the word? You want to basically live a little bit.
Right. Yes.
Live a little, you don't want to put all that fruit in one basket.
Yes.
I hate to do that.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. Is there anything else you would tell younger you?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Okay. A couple of things. There's two things. One is more career wise, and one is financial wise.
Okay.
So the career wise is the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Yes.
Sometimes it would be better to continue to, when things get tough or challenging at a company for whatever reason, bad boss, bad culture, whatever, that sometimes it would benefit more to stay in it and see what you can do to just be better for yourself, instead of trying to hop to another job and or company that seems like it's better, because a lot of times that's happened to me a lot. I was in the restaurant business for almost 40 years, and something would get challenging or whatever, something I didn't like what was going on, so I get on the internet or back in the day the newspaper and find another opportunity. And jump in with both feet, and sometimes realize, wow, I just jumped out of a not so great of a situation, but into something a lot worse.
And that's good wording that you use, opportunity versus job.
Right.
Because that's how we look at things, is, maybe this is my opportunity, maybe this is my calling.
Yes.
And the whole time it's literally just another job.
Yeah.
Another job that you find yourself doing. It's not the actual it's not the home run you were looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's another job, actually.
Yes.
That's a lot. Okay, that's good. And you stated for my banger question, which is less money, more freedom, or more money, less freedom.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's the banger question, and I'll tell you that. But I've still got one more thing, the financial thing. I'd tell my younger self.
Go ahead.
All right. Get good with your finances. Okay. I mean, really study or get some training financially. Maybe even pay a little money to get a really good, honest, legitimate financial advisor.
Okay.
That could help you to prepare for the future, because there's things you can do with your habits. All right, and figuring out how to save money, how to not get into debt.
Okay.
And also, I guess it goes into saving money, especially you right now at 26. All right, there are proven formulas. All right, financial formulas.
Yes.
That if you just put a small percentage, 5%, 10%, whatever, of your income into the proper investment tools, all right, safe, secure type investments, all right, and consistently did that. Let's just say 26-year-old person consistently did that for let's say 20 years.
Okay.
Now you're 46,
Okay.
all right? And you've just been doing that, letting that all build up, and even if you had some challenging moments, you didn't pull it out or stop putting into it or whatever,
Okay.
all right? If you did that, by the time you're in and then you could even stop then, all right? And by the time, 10 years later in your 50s, with just compounded interest and the growth of your money, you'll have more money than you could ever dream of.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And if you don't do it, every day, every month, every year, you don't do that, it gets harder and harder. Such as if somebody was 26, put in 10% of their income till they're 36, 10 years, and then waited another 10 or 15 years, you'd have well over $1 million, something like that. Okay, all right. But if you waited till you were 36 to start, you would have to put in more money than that for 20 years to catch up to those 10 years of what you did from when you were 26.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So all these are proven mathematical financial formulas that I wish I would have looked into way back when, because I didn't. I wouldn't be driving Uber if I had done that stuff.
Okay, truly.
Yeah. So that goes into your last question, right?
Yes.
The
less money,
more freedom.
More money,
less freedom.
Yes.
Well, I did more money, less freedom for my entire life.
More money, less freedom.
I did that for my entire life, and I had a pretty decent lifestyle and everything, and it was all fine and dandy. But I missed out on a lot of life.
Yes.
I missed out on a lot of things. I missed out on a lot of events when my kids were growing up.
A lot of moments.
Because I had so many responsibilities and this and that.
Oh, wow.
And 2 years ago, I decided I couldn't do it anymore, and decided to do Uber while I was trying to figure out what I really wanted to do in life.
That's nice.
Yes.
And you're at the age of 60, and you're
really close. Yes.
Well, close to it. You're skip it.
Right.
Freaking, I've been working all these years.
Yes.
I like that. I think that's even more better, because sometimes as 26, I'm always thinking am I giving up too quickly? Because I'm always thinking of ways to work for myself, but then I'm always quitting a 9 to 5.
Right.
And it feels like that's not the way in life. You can't keep quitting when things don't go your way or don't go as fast as you would like.
Yes.
But I also don't never want to foresee myself sitting 10 years at a job. I don't foresee giving anybody 10 years of my time at a corporate job. Maybe a person, but a corporate job, 10 years. I meet people, they're like, oh, I've been here 10 years. I've been here in 8 years.
Right.
I can't get past a year, baby.
Right.
This is my first time getting past a year.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's not that. It's just once you start to learn the job, I'm oh, there's more than me than this.
Right.
And that's what I come to that realization. But I'm also trying to learn discipline of, hey, when things don't go your way all the time, you got to know when to sit down.
Yes.
Because that's what a job shows you. A job will discipline you, to me. The corporate world shows you a good route of discipline.
Right.
But also, they show you the route of, this is just optional, baby. Like, don't forget, you do have rights. Your right is, you can quit or you can work.
Right.
So, that is what I think of it. Like, you still have rights, but you're learning a lesson over there. It's up to you to look at it in a different perspective.
Right.
Because that's how I did it. I just look at things in a different perspective. I look at it like, if I can do this, I can run this. But if I can't even listen, how the hell I'm going to tell somebody what to do?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how I looked at it. Different perspective. But I'm like, in the mix of it, now you got to make an escape goal to get the hell out.
Right.
Because now you learning what to do, but now it's time for you to go apply what you just learned elsewhere.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you learned how to come in on time, now I need to go apply that by showing up on time at my own job every time for my own business.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So I look at it like, what one give you, it's up to you how you take it.
Right.
I can take it as, I can switch the perspective and look at it in my best way. Okay, she's yelling at me, but technically, if she didn't care, she wouldn't stop and yell.
Exactly.
So clearly she cares. This is a passionate yell.
Ha.
Okay.
It's a good way to look at it.
Because I've learned people quick. If they can care less, they're not wasting their time or their breath.
Right.
So even if they're telling you that they don't like you, they like you.
Right.
They wouldn't waste their time and breath. And typically, a person will literally just walk away from someone if that's not worth it to them.
That's right.
So I'm like, if somebody is wasting their time on me, I look at it like, okay, it's not a bad thing, because you could have just not said nothing at all.
Right.
Even with a manager. So my job is to take that and to, like I stated, apply it elsewhere.
Right.
If I'm yelling at somebody, only yell at them out of passion. Don't let it come for anger. If you need anger, to step away. But if it's not coming from passion, like, hey, I really foresee you succeeding. I know you can do it. You just be a little lazy, but you just need that little fire under you. I can respect that type of passion.
Right.
Know? So I think that's kind of dope, how you are willing to take any and everything you've learned in the corporate world, years of experience, to be like, you know what, now it's time to apply mine. Yeah. Now I wish you would have done it earlier. I wish anybody would do stuff earlier. Right. But it happens. This is like I say, this shit, that's just life. That's literally just life. You don't know when your journey is going to be able to shift and be like, you know what, this is not for you anymore. Right. And for you, it was like around 50s. Yep, that's fine. Sorry. It was around, for you, it was in your 50s and 60s. So that's dope. I think that's pretty dope that you're like, hey, 50s, 60s, I work my ass off. I'd rather die trying. Right. To have my own. Yes. I like that. I truly like that.
I think I'm going to get a tattoo that says that.
Yep. Get rich or die trying.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, well. You'll need to blame 50 Cent first, because that was his. Yes. But, of course. But this was just another episode with your girl, Cecile, on my podcast. Shit, that's just life. And we're going to wrap up here. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Uber driver.
You too, that's just life, girl.
So it was a pleasure. This was fun. Just speaking about real life stuff, you guys. Yes. And we are out. Bye. Bye.
People, I like to find out where the line is, sort of sense where the line is drawn, and then deliberately cross it, and drag the audience with you, and have them happy that you did it. That's the key. Once you get them over there, they say, that was good. So I got...